The groups argued that the exploration activities Shell applied for are unlawful and affected parties were not given an opportunity to appeal the exploration right. Questions around environmental damage were also raised. Shell argued that all approvals are in order for it to continue, and delaying the project will now amount to a huge financial losses for the company. Shell says there's no evidence that the surveys affect marine life negatively, as demonstrated by the vast number of similar surveys that have been conducted over the past 5 years around the globe.
We believe that if we can get economically viable resources below the surface, it will really bolster the government's economic growth initiatives and give us an opportunity to create jobs and also enhance our ability to supply energy to the country.
Two of the applicants, Natural Justice and Greenpeace Africa, are disappointed with the outcome.
A very disappointing outcome, very unfortunate, particularly because the judge did not recognize the urgency of this interdict and the immediate threat that the seismic surveys pose to local communities and, of course, the environment.
Greenpeace Africa will continue to support the nationwide resistance against Shell and to pursue the legal avenue to stop Shell. We must do everything we can do to undo the destructive colonial legacy of extractivism until we live in a world where people and the planet come before the profit of toxic fossil fuel companies.
The Petroleum Agency of South Africa is confident that there will be minimal harm to marine life.
The focus for us is whether or not our regulatory framework is robust enough to protect any impact that these seismic surveys have on the environment. And we believe that indeed we've got a robust regulatory framework. So we're looking forward to the debate around the merits of our argument on that. Secondly, we're looking forward to the debate around whether or not as government we follow due process, because indeed we believe that we follow due process.
But another court battle is looming. The Legal Resources Centre has filed another application on behalf of a number of Wild Coast communities to interdict the oil giant.
But in terms of our environmental legislation, we prescribe to the precautionary principle. And our communities say, well, if you don't know, then you should be more cautious rather than less. Secondly, these scientists say that since 2013, when this environmental management program was approved from Shell, we've learned a lot more about the impact of seismic surveys. And none of this has been considered by Shell because they don't think they need to do any further study given the 2013 management program.
Shell is expected to start the seismic survey for the next few days, and the project is scheduled for the last 5 months. Lwando Nomoyi, SABC News, Eastern Cape.